Hey everybody, Jorey here. Hey, I was thinking earlier today how I could. Okay, let me back up. We had another first responder suicide in the last, whatever it was, 24, 48 hours. I'm getting tired of coming on here and saying there was another suicide, but here we are again. There's another one, and the thing that I was trying to think about how I could go about explaining, it's I'm talking all over myself here. You can't complain unless you come to the table with a solution, right? I mean, you guess you can, but it doesn't really do any good. So I was trying to think about what was a solution that I could propose, because we're failing each other. We've just failed. So many first responders are committing suicide, every week now. So many military veterans are committing suicide, and we've just failed them. And obviously, it's not by choice, it's not intentional, but the truth is we failed them. And so I was trying to think about, what's something I could offer that would be, in the way of a solution. And I came up with this for first responders, right? This is it's a little bit different for military, so I'm going to talk just to first responders for a second. But police, fire, EMS, nursing, dispatch, corrections, search and rescue. Those organizations that are in the first responder realm, really the culture has caused the suicides. And not directly. I mean, every story is different. I understand that. Every story has a different piece to it. But it starts at the top. And it starts with this belief system that goes around first responders, that you can't even mention the word counseling, God forbid you say psychiatrist, medication. I mean, any of those words are so taboo in first responder occupations that people don't even want to whisper about it because they're terrified of losing their jobs. They're terrified of losing their career because that'll kill your career. It can kill your career, let alone say PTSD. I mean, I know people that I've had people come up to me in my conference talks and in the classes I've taught, and they said, I'm like 99% sure I have PTSD, but I'm not going to go get help for it because as soon as they diagnose me, I'm done. I'll never be a firefighter again. I'll never be a cop again. I'll never be a dispatcher again, or whatever it might be. And that really is a failure on the part of the government. Each government, because the government bodies are the ones who run first responder occupations, right? And that culture at the top. And I know it's a liability-driven culture. It's a fear of liability, and it's done some real damage. And we can mine the data because we just look at how many people have taken their lives. People who we go, he was angry or she was upset, but I didn't think they were suicidal. Those people who are first responders, who are good at what they do. They're family members, they're good people, and then they just end their life for no reason, as we say. That's a failure on the culture, and the culture starts with the administrations. And it's great that there's a movement growing from the bottom. That's great. I love it. But until it reaches the top, until we have a chief of police, until we have a sheriff come out and say, it's okay that you go get counseling, this is never going to be fixed because the fear of losing your career still exists. It's still real. I know people who have lost their jobs because they were diagnosed with PTSD. And, I teach that you can't do that under the ADA, under the EEOC, but not everybody's going to sue their employer or good luck getting a job again. It's frustrating. It's been frustrating to watch as I've been trying to help, be a part of the solution. This has been very frustrating, and we really need to get. I say we need to get lawmakers involved because that's where I hate it when people say we need to pass a new law, because if we can solve it without more legislation, I think that would be better. But legislating some protection for the agencies so that they can allow their people to go get help. A lot of times when a traumatic incident occurs at work, if we were encouraging our guys and gals to go see a counselor, and not under the watchful eye of our departments, but just to go and see someone, I think this problem would be a lot smaller. But we still have this culture where, we may be saying it every once in a while, go get some help, especially in a police shooting or a death in firefighters or whatever. A lot of people may say, go see a counselor, go do something. But in the end, everybody knows that if they go see a counselor, that's great, but they're only coming back to work if that counselor says everything's great. And if you get that counselor saying, no, I think this person needs long-term treatment, that person's going to lose their job. So anyway, I know this was a bit of a rant, and I apologize for that, but I'm a little frustrated at the seeming lack of concern from the top. And I know there's agencies out there. I apologize. I don't mean to offend, but because I know that there are agencies out there doing something about it, but there's not enough. There needs to be more talk about mental health, and about it being okay to go talk to a counselor, and about it being okay to go discuss hard things. So anyway, for what that's worth, a bit of a rant there. I apologize, but we need to start the discussion at the top. It's pretty busy. It's pretty active on the ground, where that's how most things happen, right? But we need to get it up into the top. So if you are, look, I'm going to start the second season of my podcast. My podcast is called The Unbroken Syndicate, and I'm about to start season 2. If you are in command staff rank of a law enforcement agency, fire department, if you're command level at at a hospital over nurses or whatever, if you'd like to come on the podcast and discuss this, I'd love to have you. Just reach out to me. But we need to come up with a problem here sooner than later, or this number is just going to keep climbing. So anyway, my name is Jorey. I'm a trauma-informed life coach, and I'm trying to stop first responder, military, and emotional trauma cause suicides. So everybody stay safe. Reach out to somebody if you need some help, and we'll talk to you soon.